drawing doctrine, data, Dr. Balram Sir of Economic, Department of Economics and International Business, Asia Pacific Management, New Delhi. This topic of presentation is data in business. Relevant topic. I request Dr. Balram Rao, please deliver the speech.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Dr. Balram Rao here. I think it's first I would like to thank you, the Dr. Prakash and the entire team for organizing such wonderful and more creating a platform where we can have a lot of intelligent discussion in way of how market behaves, how we can look forward in our future market as well. I will look into some of the key areas of the application where it's now almost become that decisions are nowadays completely changed. The process of decision making has completely changed. Because once we look at the automation process, then we know earlier there's the issues linked to the efficiency was only look into the tools, how we map the entire efficiency. But now entire efficiency is something which is definitely is a matter of all analysis, what we do, and all the organizations often map with tools, whatever tools available. But with the advancement of the data, we have enormous data, in fact, generated by technology itself. Technology itself is generating a lot of data, and that is the key, the turning point, in fact, what we say that today's analyses are becoming more complex in nature. Though we have more data available, how we will take those data and what kind of tools are required to have to understand the what demand, what supply, and then what kind of investment we need in today's market. So that means with the advancement of the automation process and then internet services come into the picture, and then we have AI, machine tool, and now even like technology, what we are using. So that makes the data more complex in nature. That's why the entire organizations, most of the firms around the globe, they are looking what kind of data they require now. And this, the specific post-COVID, a lot of data again generated how the entire setup has been changed. So there is a systematic change, in fact, in generation of data. As an organization, we know that now there is a change in the market, and change is that behavioral change happening with the consumer behavior as well as the producer behavior or supply side or investor behavior. So all kind of behavior mapping nowadays require more different approach in looking into the mind, the disruption by technology as well as COVID. So this pandemic as well as the technological disruption that may force digitization, the countries around the globe that looking different data sets nowadays. And that needs more specific tools and techniques also. So that's why today's discussion is largely, I have a focus on that, how the digital disruption, especially the introduction of new technology, and then you have the tools, what tools required, what kind of modeling required, how the train analysis is going to be dealt with the new tools, how even the entire mapping of your demand and supply, and then how you get further in investment or expansion process. So whether it's a direct investment or it's a joint venture or it's a FDI or acquisition merger, all kind of things are now looking to different. Because as per data is available, of course, you generate a lot of data related to revenues, a lot of data related to your cost, then you have the profit issues, and then what kind of supply chain and value chain is there around. So that means the role of the data become more important around the decision making, whether it's a consumption, whether it's a production, whether it's a investment, or something you plan accordingly, how you get involved in the decision making process. So the policy expert, as well as public implementation policy, implementation happens, or you are going to deliver the resources. So allocation of resources, then again look up those kind of data set. So that means a farms or a government also, the both have to relook that data, because data is generated not only in volumes, but the kind of the efficiency you bring into the system by utilizing the data. So data is now become new oil as we keep discussing in that process, and that becomes energy. So energy itself is becoming more important to take what kind of decision we are heading towards. So most of the future decisions now lying whether as an education institution or a firms to produce any product. So whether it's a manufacturing or services, the entire investment planning is now happening with the help of the tools. And with more and more, like the consumptions part, if I'm looking into that, then most of the behavior analysis showing that consumption part is also affected lively by involvement of the technology like 4G, 5G, the entire game of media. So media, social media, print media, everything gets changed with the information available. And that makes them also to work accordingly, how to they have to have their goal, what kind of vision mission they are looking into that. And that whole combination now taking you that something we require very different approach, and we have to get into more right tools and techniques. That makes data analytics tools more relevant nowadays. And AI, machine learning, and now like the especially the technology and the application like Chat GPT, they are completely taking those traditional kind of activity in a very different way. So that something is what we are looking today, the entire market, there is a complete change happen with these kind of disruption. So as a technology, as a data also, both creating more disruption, and then we have a lot of opportunities to deal with that as well as. So my submission is that if whatever analysis nowadays happening around, whether you are in any of the field, any of the market, any of kind of the analysis you do, you need the tools which is more relevant with the technology, with the tools that is more equipped with the advancement of your autonomous process that brings more efficiency, and then give different kind of approach to look into your decision making process. So I will sum up with here. Thank you very much. Thank you, organizer, and thank you, Dr. Prakash, for this platform share for the discussion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.